Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, I'll be driving my McLaren 600 LT in multiplayer to determine how far can it take me? Huh? Did you miss that intro? I don't know, let me know in the comments if you know. You know. But alright, so we're gonna be testing this car in MP1 in the most competitive multiplayer series to see, well, how good or bad it does. Of course, this is because the car at the moment has a car hunt going, and you might be thinking, hey, is it worth grinding it? Well, let's find out. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. When you do these things, you're telling YouTube that this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way, I can continue making these videos for you. So go ahead, do it for the channel, for the content, and all of that good stuff. Now, like I just mentioned, there's a regular car hunt going on for this. It has been going on for a couple of days, though for the entirety of the first day, it was bugged. Because over here you can get, obviously, the guaranteed blueprints for the car if you beat the time with a certain car and whatnot, right? And these packs that normally should contain blueprints for the car actually contain 𝐓𝐚𝐤𝐞 GTE blueprints instead of 600 LT. So for the first entire day, you really couldn't be grinding it. So in some way, you could say that the hunt has only been available for a day and some rather than 2 days. But all right, so that is the car hunt. How good or bad is this car? Well, let's look at the stats. Now, I currently have the car at max stars. I did work on the car hunt. I already had it at 4 stars, so I just had to take it to the 5th one. It wasn't too difficult because I already had some progress. But here is the stats of the car without a single epic, meaning how you're gonna get the car once you get all the blueprints and you max star it out. So a top speed of, well, first of all, it's a Class B car, rank of 3927 at the current state. A top speed of 339, it's actually good. Nothing insanely fast, obviously, but it's alright, it's usable, it's not slow. For the acceleration of 85, remember, without a single epic, this is absolutely bonkers. Really good acceleration. In fact, theoretically speaking, it's even higher than that of the so-proclaimed semi-king of Class B, the Lambo Huracan. Now, this acceleration, in theory, it's better. Handling of 80 is also very high. Nitro at 71, it's also high without being insane, but still on the high side very much. So, that is basically the stats of the car at max stars without a single epic. I do have one epic to apply. I don't want to do it in this video because I just want to show you what is the potential, or rather the performance of this car as is. Now, there's another thing to mention here. And that is that I'm currently in Platinum 4. I really haven't played multiplayer for this entire season. This is going to be really my proper first race. So the car that we're going to be playing with is actually on a lower league. It's found in, where is it? Gold. Look at that, it's found all the way in Gold 3. So in theory, this is a lower performer car. It shouldn't be matched against Platinum cars. But you know how multiplayer goes. It's a little bit all over the place. So let's just see how it does. Okay, here we go in our first race in San Francisco. Now, like I just mentioned, I did finish the car hunt quickly because I already had a bunch of progress with this car. I already had it at 4 stars and some amount of blueprints, so I just needed to get some more here and there, and that was that. So it wasn't too difficult for me to finish, but again, the whole idea of this video is for you to get I guess an idea of whether or not you should go for this car. I'm gonna tell you right away, you absolutely should. This is a very good Class B car. Like I said, it may not be a king, but cars don't need to be a king to be really good. So just keep that in mind. Man, the nitro, what do you call it? The nitro, or rather the exhaust angle, and with the nitro effect, really gets in the middle of the screen. At least in this camera mode. I've seen people saying like, hey, TBT, why don't you use action camera mode? Because the one that I'm using is close. The reason for that is because I like this one more. It increases or emphasizes more the sense of speed. And while it makes it indeed that sometimes the car is a little bit too much in the middle of the screen, I don't know, I enjoy it in this way. I like looking at the car, so hey, there is that. To each their own. I'm not saying that this is the superior camera mode, but I definitely like it. So yeah, just in case you were curious why it looks like that, that's why. But there we go, that's gonna be a convincing first place. What did I beat? I don't know, let me go ahead and check. 30 points gain, nice. All right, defeated an Aperta, highly upgraded, actually 2 Apertas, a Vantage GT12, I think this is maxed without being gold, an Egoista maxed out, Superleggera, 177, and a Berlinetta, yeah? A pretty decent result. Though, to be fair, I'm playing pretty late on the season, and that also makes a difference as to, let's say, the skill level of the players that I'm racing against. Ooh, we got into some 𝐓𝐚𝐤𝐞. You know that I love this track because everybody seems to hate it, so that's, whoa, Veneno, let's go! Hey, listen, it's not the car that I'm driving, I just like that car a lot. But yeah, so I suppose that in the best case scenario, against the cars that I was racing against, my own shouldn't have won the previous race. But like I said, it's late in the season, and I do imagine that a lot of people are either already on Legend League or they're in higher portions of Platinum. But again, the whole idea is just to show you a little bit of the car, how it performs, what it can do, what it sounds like, what it looks like, all of that good stuff, right? And I'll give you my thoughts on it in general once we're closer to finishing this video. Don't worry, for now we still have more races to do. Now this is a 5-star car, which makes it to have 4 fuel, which is nice. I hate the cars that only have 3 fuels. Not that I hate the cars, I hate that some cars only have 3 fuel if they're 6 stars, right? So, oh god, we're fine, don't worry. Don't panic, people, I got this. Now whatever's behind me is actually catching up, so I gotta be careful over here. Man, it's seriously distracting. The nitro, what you call that? The visual distortion that the heat of the nitro, you know what I'm saying, right? Like when you're looking at fire IRL, and you can kind of see a distortion of the lights. Yeah, that same thing over here. It's pretty distracting. Look at that. Gets in your way. All right. Maybe for this car, it's worth to change the camera mode because Jesus Christ, it really gets in your. Listen, when I'm steering, it's fine because it's on the side. But when I'm going on a straight line, like over here, for example, right there. Look at that. Look at that. It's right there in the middle of the screen. Jeez, it's fine. That's a first. Nice. All right, what was it this time? We got an Sense SCV12, also Class B, Class S with the Titanium, Veneno, 𝐓𝐚𝐤𝐞 GT12, LaFerrari Aperta, and Avantage GT12. So you can see right now, obviously, I'm encountering quite a bit of the variety of cars and whatnot. But actually, well, not the Volcano. This one was not fully upgraded, but the rest are considerably upgraded, so kind of cool to see. Okay, and now I just changed. Oh, look at that, that pink onyx. I just changed the color to what is the official one for this car, which is some tone of silver. Honestly, I think it looks very boring in this color, but hey, maybe you like it, so here we go. And I also put the roof down just because you can. I don't know. I have a bit of a funny. Well, what could I say? A bit of a funny feeling towards this car because in Asphalt 8, another game that I also play a lot, we had, for the longest time, the McLaren 600 LT, but it's just the 600 LT, it's not the Spider. Except that, ooh, I'm so sorry, buddy, didn't mean to knock you down, and I forgot to jump on the right side. I always forget, man. So we've had the coupe version of this car for the longest time, but not long ago, they added also the 600 LT Spider. You know what's the funny thing? In that game, in Asphalt 8, you cannot make a convertible car to have either the roof up or down, right? Or on and off. It's one way or the other. It's not like you cannot change it. It's however the developers implemented it. And for this car, the Spider version of the car that we already have in coupe, what did they do? They put it with the roof up, with the roof on. So it's like, oh, we have the coupe version and we have the Spider version in coupe mode. Nice. So it looks extremely similar, but hey, it is what it is. Man, that's gonna be a third. I was gonna say, what? First place, baby. I was gonna say my first place, and then I was gonna say third place. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's fine. I did not make a mistake. All right, an Aperta 𝐓𝐚𝐤𝐞. This one is fully upgraded, I think. SCV12, a Ferrari Aperta, SCV12, GT12, and an Onyx, the pink one. All right, look at that. 3 first places in a row. Is this car amazing? Ooh, interesting. Now we got a Revuelto here in the mix, a very strong Class B car. Yeah, I know it's not the king. I get it. But still pretty strong. Not insanely fast, but pretty strong. Anyway, that's not the car we're talking about today. So yeah, I hadn't even thought that we're playing in just standard classic rules of the game. Like there's no ghosting or unbreakable, so I still gotta be careful. But man, once again, the really strong part of this car is going to be the acceleration. Very similar to how for the Lamborghini Huracan Spider Evo. What makes that car so strong is the crazy acceleration, along with real good. Stop spinning, would you? Jesus. The acceleration plus nitro in the case of the Huracan. Over here is the really good acceleration plus some good nitro. Again, not as good as the Huracan, but with better handling even than that. And actually the grip feels pretty good as well. So man, this car does seem to be really darn strong. So right away, even though halfway through the video, I'm gonna tell you, you should absolutely, if you have the time of course, and patience for it, you should do this car. This car is definitely worth going for. 5-star car, 4 fuel, really good for performance for Class B, and given how multiplayer works now, you can still bring it, even if you're not necessarily just racing against Class B. So that is definitely something really interesting to see. And all right, this time we got an Aperta, 𝐓𝐚𝐤𝐿, SCP-12, Revuelto, 570S Spider, ooh, the very fast one on Class A, Egoista, and an Essenza. Very, very well. Okay. And after watching a bunch of ads, now I am pretty much ready. Well, I still need to spend a bit of tokens in order to refuel it. Before I even do that, just want to show you none of this. I want to show you the color options for the car in case you are curious what are the default ones. In case you only get it at 1-star, for example. Like I said, this is the default one, some gray. It's a little bit matte. It's not proper matte. It's more like satin rather than matte, but hey, still. Green, black, orange, the one that I was using at the start. We got it also in some peculiar blue, yellow, white, and red. So, a decent selection of colors, I think. Let's drive it a little bit in green, and I'm gonna set it back to coupe because, well, technically it's not coupe, just with the roof. But seriously, actually, this car looks amazingly similar between the actual coupe and this, the Spider version. But anyway, let's get back into the... Oh. That's right, 14 tokens. Fine, let's do it. So here's a little bit of a peek behind the curtain situation on how I do these videos. Specifically, when I'm gonna be recording something for a Class B car, or C, or even D, I will do it here on my global account, meaning I'm playing on Steam. Like I said, I loaded the game on my phone to watch some ads to reduce the refueling time, because up to Class B, this is still pretty doable. You know, watching, watching, I don't know, 3-4 ads, and then spend a tiny bit of tokens to finish the refueling of the car for the sake of not having to wait an hour and some, or however long it takes. So this is doable, but when it comes to Class A cars or even Class A's, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Because those, oh god, that was horrible. Hold on, because I was doing pretty good on the previous 4 races, and now I am in a position where I might lose my first place. Well, I'm no longer in first place, but I want to see if I can get it back. Hold on. Man, see, right there, I couldn't see where I was because of the incredible... Okay, fine. You win, people. You win. Wait. Fixed. Action. There we go. Let's go to action camera. Yeah, seriously, the nitro position, especially when you're in shockwave, it's insanely obtrusive to your view. So... for now, for the rest of this video, I'm gonna go in this camera mode because, yeah, that legit just made me lose what could have been a first place. Because I started the drift way too early or way too late, I don't even know. I'm trying to take the corner to the right. Rewind to that moment and you will see that I couldn't see exactly where I was, so oof. All right, fine, second place. I lost to a 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. I mean, it's a very strong car, so that kind of makes sense, right? I did beat a Volkswagen W12, an Egoista, Berlinera, Egoista, Vantage GT12, and another Egoista. Man, the Egoista spam is real. All right, I appreciate that. Okay, we're back in Auckland. I mean, my beautiful streak of W's has been lost, but hey, at least I still have gotten podiums so far, so that's good, I suppose. Let's see if I can redeem myself here in Auckland. I forgot what I was saying in the previous race other than the position of the camera and the nitro and all that stuff, so yes. I think, for example, the Res Bandit Beast also has this very much in the middle, or the same angle of the exhaust, which makes it to be in the middle of the screen in the other camera mode, but for some reason, this particular car seems just worse. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, like even here, it's like it's way too long. I feel like the flames of the Shockwave Nitro are way too long. Is that just me? I mean, guys, maybe that's a nerf on the car, like visibility reduced. To be fair, this is when you're playing in higher graphic settings where they add these fancy shaders to create those visual distortions and whatnot. I imagine if you're playing in low quality, while the Nitro might still be a little bit on the way, you're not gonna get this distortion with the heat and all of that stuff. So, I'm telling you, it's weird. It's fine. That's a first place, my man. All right. Man, I'm gonna be so upset if I get all W's except for that one race. So, there was a Lamborghini Egoista, a Victor, a Senza SCP-12, Peugeot Onyx, the Titanium, and 2 more Berlineras. Well, these cars are really good, the Berlinetta. I would say it's a very good competitor to this one, so hey, it's kind of good to see. Berlinetta is faster, doesn't accelerate as good though, so... Oh, would you look at that? We got into Platinum 3. Let's go. Oh, very interesting. I got a small lobby. It's only 5 players in total. That's weird. Normally you end up encountering full lobbies, so I don't know. Oh well, let's see what we do over here. Oh man, it's so weird. I tell you, I'm not used to this camera mode. I really am not. What can I say? Just feels weird, like I'm watching from a helicopter or something. I don't know. I get it that a lot of people prefer this camera mode, but I don't know. I legit like much more close camera. Whoa, everybody fell behind massively. I don't know, it could be again because of the league in which I am playing, or it simply could be because the acceleration of this thing is really, really good, I tell you. 85 acceleration is just very good. Now granted, to be fair, there's a bunch of Lamborghini in Class B that also have this level of acceleration, if not better, but still, they don't have this, for example, maybe this level of nitro, this level of handling. It's kind of curious because Lamborghini doesn't have a lot of handling in a lot of cars. So. Oh well. But yeah, alright, look at that. This is looking like a convincing first place so long as I don't mess it up. Shockwave plus a jump. Yeah, that's gonna be a first place. Man, so that means what? We're out of 7 races, we got 6 W's. Oh man. Yeah, look at that. A lot less players. DBS Superleggera, very strong in Class B as well. Doesn't accelerate very good, but really fast. SCV-12, an Aperta, and another SCV-12. Alright. Alright. Midwest. Let's see what we do here. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, DBT, should I get this car? Is it a good car? Is it worth grinding? The answer is yes. Absolutely. Like I said earlier, this car is very, very strong. It may not be the fastest, not even close, but it's not slow. It has absolutely great acceleration with really, really good handling, and on top of that, some pretty good nitro. So overall, this is one of those cars that are all around good, with some things obviously being better than others, and some of the cars being better than this one in some particular places, but overall this is an excellent, good rounder and absolutely worth grinding for. The fact that it's also a Class B car, it means that it doesn't require like 300 blueprints or anything dumb like that. You can, oh man, you can, I don't remember the total number, but it definitely doesn't need too many blueprints. You do have to grind the car quite a bit in order to unlock this car and get it to the maximum stars, because that's what you want to do. Or, oh Jesus Christ. Or of course you can just unlock it and eventually grind it in another car hunt once it repeats in, I don't know, like a year from now or whatever, but... Hold on, come on. But I would say, if you have the opportunity, grind this right now as much as you can. And yeah, just commit to it. Fantastic car to drive. Overall, a really good opportunity to get a really good Class B car in a car hunt, so why not? So what happened in this race? We got a LaFerrari Aperta who did beat me. Fair enough, it's a Class A car. I did beat a Superleggera, a Vantage GT12, Glickenhaus 007, a Aperta, Senna GTR, and a Temerario. Wow, that Temerario is really highly upgraded. Cool. So there you have it. Just wanted to show you a little bit of this car in case you were curious to know if it's worth it or not. Like I said, I think it is, so you should absolutely go for it. But for now, that's all. If you enjoyed the video, like button, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.